So you just need to cut it off somewhere, and you'll get a big chunk of nice convoys to eat with your submarines. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I will show you 3 things you didn't know about convoy raiding. It's a sequel to the one I made a few months back, but I hope you like it as well, and you learn something new in this video. So many times when you play a country like Germany, like I'm doing right now, you put up all your submarines for convoy raiding in different zones and start raiding the enemy. As you can see here, I've been having a good time on the coast here and raiding the UK and the French convoys quite a bit for some time now. But am I sinking many convoys enough? Am I starving the UK or not? There is a way to see this. So if I click on the UK, I open up the Intel ledger, and under civilian intelligence I need 70%, and then I have something called convoy count and history. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit to boost this stat up above 70%. So now I'm on 85. What happens now is that I can see exactly how many convoys the UK have. That's his current stockpile, including everything he uses for supply and trading right now, or land leases. So I'm not sure if this is enough for him or not. There's no way to tell. But down here on this graph, I can see produced and lost convoys. So if I have his total stockpile and I know how many he produces compared to how many I'm sinking, it's a quite easy. It's an easy way to see, am I sinking many enough quick enough? So as you can see, I've been sinking, for example, on the 29th of January, I've sunk 58 convoys, and he only produced 9 in the same time period. And if I go back for until the 14th of August 39, I sank 5 and he produced 0, but in total I sank 438 and he only produced 32 until that point, or until now, backwards. So it's an easy way to see, am I doing good enough? And to give you another example from a multiplayer game that we played a week ago, I was playing in Japan and I was facing off with the US, and we had quite a fierce naval battle going on, both with surface fleets but also with raiding back and forth against each other. And to see who was winning on the raiding side, I could then click on the US, and this is in November 42. And as you can see, I was raiding him quite a bit. He had almost 900 convoys. But since I entered the war in August 41 here, I started to raid him. And as you can see, the graph went up above his production, then a bit below. We were having a fight back and forth about convoy escort and raiding. And then it took off when I got naval domination over him. And I started to raid him properly. And then, as you can see, he made some desperate attempts to start producing convoys at the end, but it still wasn't good enough to keep up with my raiding on that level. So I was raiding much higher levels than he was producing, so his stockpile was disappearing really quick. But how was he doing against me? Well, then we could check from his perspective and against me. There we go. The green line is the amount of convoys I produced as Japan, and the red one was his convoy raiding on me. And as you can see, I kept my production just above his raiding constantly throughout the game, and my stockpile is also a bit higher than his. So it means that I managed to defend my trading good enough and keep up my production higher than his raiding. So it was a clear victory towards the Japan on the raiding game. But that's also the second thing I want to show you, either if it's multiplayer or single player. You can always click on yourself to see, okay, I'm starting to lose on the naval game. How quick will my stockpile of convoys disappear? Then you can just click on yourself, click Intel on yourself, then you have 100% on everything, and then you can see how the same graphs, but 100% on yourself. And that's everyone against you. So then you know, okay, I need to pick up my production on convoys, or I need to defend my sea routes a bit better, basically. But before going into the third thing I'm going to show you, I just want to do a quick shout out to our latest two Patreons, Jason Bates and Irvin Ricketts. Thank you so much for supporting us. You have no idea how much this means to us, really. Thank you. And also everyone else watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and then you will receive a new guide every Monday in your flow automatically. So the third thing I'm going to show you is basically how you can use intelligence to find all the enemy convoys. So you know where to raid and where it's worthwhile to put out your concentration of submarines. So back to Germany and the UK. I'm clicking on the UK and now I'm going to start with civilian intelligence again. So if I'm on 50%, I'll be able to see his trade routes, where he got resources coming back and forth on the map. So let's push that up a little bit, above 50. And now you can see the trade routes. And they are red because I'm raiding them. So then you can see exactly how they move on the map, but nothing more. If I get it above, let's see, 90% as well, so I'm going to push it up a little bit more and add, let's see, this should do it. No, a little bit more. Now it's on 100%, or I'm above 90, that's required. And if I hover these trade routes as well, then you can see which ones are the one where all the convoys are moving. So as you can see, there are 55 convoys coming from Ceylon to London, and there's 32 from Alexandria and 20 from British Guiana. So those are the routes I want to attack. And it doesn't matter where on the route you attack, because the convoys are constantly moving back and forth. So you just need to cut it off somewhere and you'll get a big chunk of nice convoys to eat with your submarines. So let's see then, and then you just look for the weak spots where he's undefended. So let's take the one to Ceylon, which is Sri Lanka. So here you could rate it on, so if I hover this one again, there you see 55. So I could raid there, I could raid here. Oh, now I clicked away. Yeah, there are many possible places to attack that trade route all the way from London down there. So just find the right one and then attack there. So the second one I'm going to show you then, because this is trade routes, not supply. Under army intelligence, and if you're on 50%, you see how the supply moves as well. So I'm going to boost this a little bit, 50, and now you see the right ones popping up, and that's basically where he sends convoys to give supply to his air force, his ships, and his army. And if I push this up to, let's see, I think it's 70%. And let's try. Yeah, then I see exactly how much supply he moves and with how many convoys as well. So it's the same thing as before. So as you can see, these routes here going across the Atlantic is 2121. Up here, there's a 6 Scapa Flow is moving up 6 convoys up there. It's probably because I based a lot of Navy up there. Yeah, and then you can just look on the map where is all and where are they moving. So it gives you an idea where to find all the nice convoys. And if you want to have a combined view of this, then you just click on the Navy Intel, and then you get everything combined. Plus, if you're above 80%, you also see where the enemy fleets are and what kind of fleets are operating in what zones. So now you have the perfect view of everything. So here it's undefended, no enemy fleets from the UK active in this region. They could be from other players as well. But then I just click on the zone, and then there's no enemy fleets in this zone. So not the UK nor anyone else. And there are no big movements of convoys in this zone, but a few smaller ones. So it could be quite okay to attack there. But for example, like I said before, if I could get raiding over here, there's a really good one from Ceylon. several ones to Asia. Yeah, so this would be an ideal zone to attack in because it's it's completely undefended and a lot of convoys moving through it. If I could get reach there. All right, that was everything for this video. For next week, we will have a Monday guide on economy. I'm not sure exactly what angle yet, but it's the real Boppus, our economy guru, who will make that one. And the next Patreon guide will be on comebacks, or how you turn a losing game into a winning game. And this has been wished from you Patreons, so I look forward to making that one myself. Thank you so much, and until next time.